Hey there, my web crafting wizards. In today's episode, I'll show you how easily we can create a CMS website in just a couple of minutes. I've been a developer for the past 10 years now, oh my god. And one of the more challenging things to do is to create one of these CMS websites. So whether it's a blog where a customer can go afterwards and, create new blog posts or edit the content on the website, or, maybe like a recipe website where, maybe there's a cook that can put up his recipes and, even translating that to different languages to make it multilingual can be quite an involved process. So I'll show you this quick way where we are going to use Wix Studio that has all these built-in features, from translating to different languages to quickly being able to create a CMS that you can just hand off to a customer. So let's get going. So here we are in the Wix Studio dashboard. So we're just going to head over here to the top and create a new Studio blank canvas. Okay, so this middle section here is where we want to enable the CMS, right? So rather than doing a blog, let's say we're building out that recipe website, right? Where we can create this website, hand it over to the customer, and then that customer can upload different recipes to show off, right? And those recipes will also be translated in multiple languages, so multiple people around the world can join and look at it. Okay, so the first step is we're gonna head over here to the left panel, and as you can see, it's as simple as adding the CMS by clicking this button. So add it to the site. And right now we can head over here to the collection, and as you can see, we can create a new collection, but instead of creating everything from scratch, we're gonna be using AI to do that, which is a fantastic feature. So this is gonna create all the data points, so like the title of the recipe, the ingredients for the recipe, the images and everything else within here. So let's click this and hit next. So let's name this collection. I'm gonna call this recipes. And for the details here, I'm gonna paste this in. Let's create a recipe for a popular dish from randomly selected worldwide cuisine. So including, and then I just told it to include these components. So the recipe name, the ingredient list, the cooking instructions, nutritional value, cuisine type, and dietary tags as well, so we can do some filtering. So let's just add that, we'll do next, and this is automatically gonna generate it for us. Not only that, but it's gonna fill in the fields as well. So check it out, we can select generate content here and create. And as you can see, a couple of seconds later, look at that, we got the recipe names, a bunch of different titles here, the ingredient list, the cooking instructions, nutritional values, the cuisine type as well, some tags that we can include, and we can add more fields afterwards if we want to. So if I want to do just like a simple tagging system here, I can add tags like that. So let's say this is like Italian, right? I can also add vegan here. That's not, I don't think that's vegan. It has pork in it. Okay, let's just add Asian here. This is vegetarian, so we'll add that, and Italian as well. And then we'll do Mexican here. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's also add a field for images here. So I'll just go and add a different field here. Scroll down, go to image and choose field type. So let's hit save. And then now here you can just click add image and upload it yourself. But check it out, I went through all here and just uploaded an image for each of the CMS data points, and now I can just simply click and close out of it. So how do we actually add it to our page? Well, let's take this section, we'll expand it a bit, so I'll turn on the advanced settings here for the height, and I'll do a min height of 100 VH. That just means that's going to be the size of the viewport here, so that's perfect. We can do 90 on this VH and 10 for the header, and that's going to make everything full screen here for us. So let's just do 10 VH for that, and as you can see, this will take up the full height of the screen now. Okay, lovely. So let's grab the section and add that CMS data point. So we can go here, a quick add, and we can just select the repeater here. Let's take this repeater, expand it a bit. So I'll just stretch it out like that, maybe all the way to the end, because then after that I can add some padding to it. So something like that. We'll pull it up, maybe I'll start like here, and then I'll grab this section and go down here and add some padding to the left and some padding to the right. So let's try 5 and 5 on each side. That should be good enough. There we go, 5 and 5. Cool, lovely. So let's take these, I'll grab one item from the cart. We'll go over here to the CMS section here. I'm gonna click add dataset, and I'm gonna choose the recipes collection like that and hit create. And there we go. As you can see, it connected to it now, so it's gonna pull in 5 of these. Now, these are aligned center, so I'll just grab them and instead move them and align them to the left. So let's go and check it out. If we just scroll down here, it might be align items here. Let's do that to start. There we go. And let's also add some more spacing in between the actual cards here. So number of items, 3 is fine, but here we'll do 16 and 16 for the gaps, like that, just to space them out a tad bit more. Lovely. Now let's drag in an image. I want to display the image, so let's just drag in an image here. I'll adjust it and put it to the top and just drag it all the way until it fits the card like that. Cool. Now, as you can see, now it gives us an option here of like image source connects to what in our CMS data field. So we can just go here and select the image, and that should be it. Look at that. It's automatically going to update for us. I'll also add a bit of roundness to the corners here. So with the image selected, let's just go down here, go to corners. I'm going to do the same 16 pixels that we did on the gaps. There we go. Now, the background of these individual items, we don't need to see them, so we can just bring that down all the way to the bottom. Let's also add the text within here though. So let's just drag a text within this box, and this can be much smaller. We don't need it to be this large. So this text connects to the, this is gonna be the title. So let's look for that. Recipe name, there we go. Then we can head here and change the size down to something like 16, and I'll pick a Geist bold for the font. Let's bring this up. There we go. That looks good there. One more thing I want to do is just change this from black to maybe a bit lighter color. So I'll go here to the colors and just bring up the brightness a tad bit, so it's not like that super intense black color. And there we go. Now, how can we filter these out? I want to have like a tagging system as well. So when we click on these, it'll filter out our recipes. So check this out. We can go here to the top. We'll head over to the input tags. And if we scroll down, you're going to notice that there is a selection tag list here. So let's drag that in. There we go. Let's position it here. And let's also stretch this out maybe a bit. There we go. So it's all in one line like that. That looks good. Okay, so now let's go here again. And the whole purpose of the selection tag is to essentially filter out our content from our CMS. So we'll go to the filter content here, connect it to our recipes, and the filter, we're going to use the tags for that. Okay, so as you can see, Asian, India, whatever you put in there. Okay, and that's it. And you also have some conditions here that you can view, but that should already work. So if we go here and click Mexican, look at that, it filters out all the foods that are Mexican, Indian as well, or you can have 2 active tags as well like that. So there we go, just in a couple of steps, we also implemented that. Now it'd be also nice to generate a page for each of these individual recipes. So to do that, what we can do is head back to our CMS, let's go to the collection, open up the recipes, and what we essentially want to do is generate a page for each of the items in our CMS. So if we head over here to the top, under more actions, you can add a dynamic page. So let's enable that. And it already has like a little default here that you can do. So let's do item page and add to the site. So it's gonna go through all the collection items in your CMS and just update it. And look at that, there we go. So now it's all about styling this up even more. So each page now, we have the image here. I do like it in the center. We can add a little border to it if we want to. Let's do a corner of 16. So there we go. Now it's up to you what you add here. So I just added cooking steps here at the bottom. I'm gonna lower this to like 24, and I'm gonna add Geist bold to it as well. So there we go. You can have your like cooking steps here, and then I'll copy this over and just move it down here. So here, again, to change something, you can just select the actual text here and change it to something else. So as you can see, this was connected to the cooking instructions, but I can also get the ingredient list if I want to, like that. Ingredient list, or whatever else you want. And the fantastic thing is here, just add your text. If I want to modify this ground beef taco seasoning, blah, 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 want to format it a bit differently, we can just go here. There we go, find our tacos. So here, right, and here's the ingredient list. You can complete this any way you want with your text. Or optionally, you can even add a rich text if you want to format this in a specific way. But let's say I want to make this multilingual as well. So here's how we can do that. We'll go to the app marketplace here, go to the app market, and we're gonna search for Wix Multilingual. There we go. So let's search for this. All we need to do is click on it and add it. And then from there on, it's just gonna be a click or two to basically translate it in multiple different languages. So there we go. This is gonna open up a panel for you here under multilingual. So we're gonna hit start, and it's gonna detect the main site language. So in our case, it's English. We can set that as our main language, and we can also pick a flag here. So let's pick a flag, and then we can add multiple different languages. So let's do some popular ones, right? Let's do German. There we go, Germany. And here we're gonna be using the machine learning translation, which is fantastic. So there we go. And here we can make it visible right away as well, or if you want to do some changes to it, it's kind of like a drafting system, right? So there we go. Once we do that, look at that, boom, done. We can pick another language as well. So let's do Italian. All right, we'll pick the Italian flag for that, machine translation, and we'll make it visible right away. And there you go, done. Cool, so we can close this up now. And as you can see, we automatically receive this new panel now here. As you can see, we can also go between previous and next items, which is pretty cool. However, we have English here. Now Wix is gonna set it up here for us, but let's say we're going in. Oh, by the way, how can we get to the page? Because look, right now when I click on it, it doesn't go in there. So check this out. All we need to do, select the image. Let's open up the left panel here. And what I want to do is for this to have an action. So this link connects to the dynamic pages down here, because these dynamic pages refer to each recipe item. And we're going to open it in the current window. So now we should be able to go here, also click on this. And look at that, now we are in the description for that specific item. And as you can see, if you go in your dashboard here on your CMS, you're gonna see how everything got translated here. So for the Italian, as you can see, there it is, you can you can confirm that with me, but you might need to hit save and publish here for it to actually show up. Okay, so let's give this a go. I updated the logo here as well to a little eggy. It's called Kawaii Egg. I love it. Special to me, okay? Okay, so there we go. So let's give this a shot as well. So I can go to German here if I want to, and boom, look at that. It's automatically translated for us. Italian, no problemo whatsoever. Boom. Should I try to read this? Carne macinata, salsa di pomodoro. I must have messed that up, but that's it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. So hopefully to show you the power of how just like quickly you can pump up one of these CMS websites. Let me know what you're using. Have you ever made the blog type website? Let me know down in the comments below. Hope you appreciated this video. Drop a sub, drop a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.